You are watching Area DMG.
Welcome back to Area DMG. I'm your host, Hope Wesley, the Mile High Mouth, and today we're going to be unboxing, if Soup would get out of the way, the Super Nintendo Classic Edition. This is the follow-up to the NES Classic Edition that was released, well, last year, and will be re-released in 2018. But yeah, this is the latest Nintendo Classic system. Here, watch that, Soup. Anyways, this is the NES Classic. This is the Super Nintendo Entertainment System Classic Edition. The second in the line of classics. And this one comes with the console. The Super NES console. It's Super Retro Blast from the past with the return of an all-time favorite. Yes. And it has 21 games. Super Mario RPG, Super Mario World, Contra 3, Legend of Zelda, Kirby's Dream Course, Star Fox, Star Fox 2, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, F-Zero, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Earthbound, Super Metroid, Final Fantasy 3, Kirby Superstar, Secret of Mana, Mega Man X, Donkey Kong Country, Castlevania 4, Super Punch-Out, and Street Fighter 2 Turbo Edition. All included, along with two, not one, two Super NES Classic controllers, which will also work on this, but not on this. Nope, not on this. Anywho, this is the smaller version of the, well, it's a smaller version of this. The original Super Nintendo that Nintendo released. I was kind of hoping that eventually they'll release like a second edition of this and make it into one of these, which is the Super Nintendo 2.0, which we're just going to put over here. Yep, oh, you gotta move around? Okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and see what's in this particular box. This is the Super Nintendo Classic Edition. And of course, we're going to compare it to the NES Classic and to an original Super Nintendo. And we're going to talk controllers and such. But yeah, there we go. There's not a lot of actual... The packaging is definitely not restrictive. Yep. Here we go. Let's go ahead and pull that out. There we go. There's everything included with this system. We've got this nice box. But yeah, let's see what's in here. We have instruction manuals, warranty and user agreement, startup instructions, and then a huge poster which, okay, let's go ahead and, it's supposed to look like the advertisements that were with the system originally. Yep, it says now you're playing with Superpower. Talks about Super Metroid, Super Mario World, Super Mario Kart, Star Fox, F-Zero, and The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. And the other side is operating instructions in all sorts of different languages, which is pretty cool, but we kind of really don't need that. We're just probably going to leave that in the box and put the box into some type of storage, because that's kind of what I do with boxes. I just put them into storage nowadays. Right? Right. Anywho, let's pop that out and over. We have one AC adapter from Nintendo. Kind of nice. Because the, oh wait, hold on. We have, well, let's move these things around. We have, charging cable, which will also work on the NES Classic. We have another HDMI cable, which, yeah, we have a ton of HDMI cables, but these are kind of nice. This AC adapter, which is part CLV003, does not come with the system in Europe. Haha! And then we have these particular controllers for it, which these are fantastic. They kind of look, well, actually it feels a little bit different. Let me check it real quick. Here's my original Super Nintendo controller, side by side. Okay, this obviously looks newer. Buttons kind of look the same. See the top part are a little concave and then convex on the bottom. Some people have insulted these brilliant royal purple controller buttons by saying, oh, they should be more like the Super Famicom with its multicolored buttons. No, it's okay. I prefer my royal purple buttons. And I prefer my concave buttons. But honestly, those are just there to, I'll use those for a little bit and they'll probably put those in storage because similar to the NES Classic, Hyperkin, you know them from the Retron 5, they're making a device which will allow me to use my original SNES controllers on the SNES Classic. So, yeah, as soon as that comes out, I'm going to get that, and I'm going to replace these with this. Oh yeah, look at that. A Super Famicom Capcom Pad Soldier. This one right here, we've been through so many different games. This, the Capcom Pad Soldier, and this, my fighting stick SN from ASCIIware. These are what I intend to use on this, but only after that Hyperkin thing comes out. And we'll do a video like talking about those and finding out if there's any compatibility issues between these particular controllers. But yeah, let's go ahead and put that over here. Just putting a whole bunch of stuff onto this table. So yeah, I was awake early this morning to stand in line to pick up one of these. And there was actually a decent amount of stock. In fact, some stores got over 100 units, which is unheard of compared to the NES Classic. I mean, seriously, that is seriously good stuff in comparison to the NES Classic. But yeah, we've got those controllers. Here's the main piece de la resistance itself, the Super Nintendo Mini, or rather Super Nintendo Entertainment System Classic Edition. These, of course, don't work, but yeah, power off, power on. And it's a little springy. Just like its brethren up here. Power on, power off. And reset. Hitting that little reset button is how you get back to the main menu. But yeah, that, my friends, is the Super NES Classic. Here it is right next to the NES Classic. Look at how beautiful and boxy they are together. Here it is with its original, I guess you could say, ancestor. And yeah, oh, by the way, these Super Nintendo controllers will work on the NES Classic as well. So that's a thing that you can do. Let's go ahead and move this one out of the way. There's so much stuff on here. I mean, I'm looking forward to checking out a lot of games that I already own, and then Star Fox 2 again, and in glorious 720p, of course. Sadly, it doesn't go higher than that. But, I mean, seriously, for what this is, you pack one of these, like, to be perfectly honest, you should just be packing these two controllers into your bag, and you toss this and this into your bag with one HDMI cable and your AC adapter. And seriously, wherever you go, You can bust one of these out, hook it up to a TV, and you're good to go. You can actually run this thing off of a phone charging battery. You can run this thing off of the Switch's USB ports. It's pretty fantastic. And it's got some of the greatest games to ever grace gaming. I mean, Final Fantasy 3, or rather Final Fantasy 6, is amazing. That is just a game that, like, I've devoted so much time to that game. Earthbound is stunning. Super Mario RPG is incredibly fun. It's an amazing title. Super Metroid is one of the best of its genre. The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past is, frankly, one of my top maybe 10 Legend of Zelda games. Donkey Kong Country was a fantastic platformer. It just seemed to inspire a lot of other platformers. Super Mario Kart is still pretty decent. F-Zero is fantastic. Just Secret of Mana is actually when that Hyperkin thing comes out, I'm going to actually have to check out, apparently, well, here's how you actually access this. Apparently, the Hyperkin one allows you, to use original Super NES stuff. But I'm going to have to go pick up a multi-tap because Secret of Mana allowed you to play with 3 players if you had the multi-tap. I'm thinking if I get that Hyperkin thing and plug it into port 2 here on the Super Nintendo Classic Edition, will I be able to hook up multiple controllers, or rather 3 controllers, to this system to play Secret of Mana the way it's intended to be with 3 people? I don't know. We'll have to test that out at some point. Oh, I love how they got all that. Oh, sadly. Oh, check out the model number on this puppy. CLV 201. CLV 001. CLV 201. What in the world is CLV 101? Is it the controller? Nope. These say 202. The NES one says 002. Okay, I'm wondering if like the Famicom version has a different CLV number. Sorry, CVL number or CLV number. But yeah, CLV 001, CLV 201. What's CLV 101? Is that the Famicom? Or is that like the Super Famicom? I don't know. If anybody knows, I'd kind of like to know about that. Also, where will they go after this? The N64? I would be kind of surprised if they were able to get a lot of rare games onto the N64 one, if they eventually do one. And then what are they going to do about, like, games that use the memory pack or the Rumble feature? What would that look like? I don't know. Personally, though, I am just happy that, like, I would say about 90% of the games I would want on this system are on this system. I mean, there's no Sunset Riders, there's no Dracula X, there's no Demon's Crest, there's no Final Fantasy 2 or Final Fantasy Mystic Quest or Chrono Trigger or Secret of Evermore. There's no Breath of Fire or Breath of Fire 2. There's no Donkey Kong Country 2 or even Donkey Kong Country 3. There's no Kirby's Dream Land 3. There's a lot of games that I feel should have been on this that aren't, but the games that are like 95% of those are like the best games ever. I would say the weakest things in there would be maybe Kirby's Dream Course and, to me, F-Zero. But yeah, it's fantastic. I think it's sold out everywhere too. So if you missed out in the initial waves of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these things flooding onto the store shelves, well, you best hit eBay or something, because quite frankly, it's worth it. everything in here is worth it. I know people are like, well, I could get a Raspberry Pi and then set that up and then get like, no. I prefer original equipment manufacturers. So in other words, I'd rather get this from Nintendo than make it myself. I know that sounds a little lazy, but come on, $80 comes with 2 controllers, 20 of the most famous classic games, on the Super Nintendo, and then one that was previously unreleased. That's pretty good. Golly, there's some stuff, like I wish this had Dragon Warrior on it. But yeah, Final Fantasy 6, or rather Final Fantasy 3 on this, fantastic. Let me know in the comments below what of the 21 games that are on this system you have the best memories of or want to play, or seriously, what are your favorites? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. Hit that share button if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you hit that subscribe button, make sure that you ring that little bell. Just like ring the heck out of it, so that you are notified whenever we have a brand new video here at Area DMG. Until the next video comes out, you are now caught up.